We would invite all who would care to join us in standing the recitation of the Lord's Prayer, followed by a moment of silence. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. It's now 7 o'clock. Shelby City Council is called to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated, please. Roll call, please, Mr. Crone.
Mr. Robb. Here. Mr. Roberts. Here. Mr. Cutler. Here. Mr. Martin.
Present.
Mr. McLaughlin. Here.
Before I consider a motion to dispense with the reading of the journal from April 7, 2025, two notations. Mr. Geis is ill this evening, he cannot join us, and Mr. Eister has a personal commitment this evening, so he will not be here as well. So just those two notations for the record. Now I will entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the journal from April 7, 2025.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin to dispense with the reading of the journal from April 7, 2025. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Robb. Here. Mr. Roberts. Here.
That motion passes. Now comes the time for public comment. If anyone has comment to make to council, please step to the podium, state your name and address, and make your comment to council, please.
My name is Bob Henry. I reside at 84 Broadway Street. I'm here to address the council on the matter of some of the ordinances don't have teeth. Specifically, I have a neighbor. My wife owns 82 Broadway, and my stepdaughter and great-grandchildren live there, okay? And the neighbor at 80 Broadway has accumulated litter in the backyard. That is, he's putting litter in our yard also. And I have some photos here if anybody would like to see them. It just appears, my wife has called, what's his name? The code enforcement.
Mr. Dean.
Yes, Mr. Dean, thank you. And he is aware of this. He has spoken to the gentleman. Also this morning, my wife went to the sheriff's police department and filed a complaint about the litter, about animals on his property. It was less than a half acre. Okay? And the officer came out, and I understand cited him for having doors on refrigerators, which is a definite safety hazard and violation. Gentleman has a court date, I believe, of Wednesday to go to court. However, the woman that lived there prior, who was the wife, she is passed, of the gentleman that is there now, she had several citations against her, kept on going to court, kept on paying fines, but there's nothing after that. I mean, it goes to, some of them go to a misdemeanor of the 4th degree. What do? You pay the fine. and you sit back and do nothing, okay? There's accumulation of junk in the backyard. There are metal junk, doors, refrigerators, stoves spilling over into 82 Broadway, okay? It's a hazard to anybody that's there. It's a hazard to our 4 great-grandchildren that live there. But what's any violation of provision 660.03? Violation is minor misdemeanor of first offense and a misdemeanor of 4th degree on subsequent offenses. Where's the teeth? Nothing else can be done unless the city goes and has it removed. Okay? But a lot of times that doesn't take place. He has a junk car on the property. Doesn't even have an engine, we believe. Doesn't have wheels. Again, violation. Subsequent violation could be 30 days. But what happens after that? There's nothing in there. We have talked to the code enforcement officer. You can ask him. He's sort of frustrated too, because there's no teeth in the ordinances to do anything. He has a calf on the property, and he has chickens on the property. It's a definite violation, because he has less than an acre. The ordinance very specifically says you have to have an acre in order to have livestock. He doesn't. He maintains they're more than 50 feet from a dwelling. That's true. You have an ordinance that says you can have livestock, barn, coop, pen, barnyard proximate to the business, but to the residence, if it's more than 50 feet away from a dwelling. Okay. However, the ordinance prior to that says it has to be 1 acre or more. He maintains it's more than 50 feet. Yes, it is. It's not more than an acre. He has less than half an acre. Again, what's the enforcement of that? Fines. So I'm here to ask the mayor and council to consider taking ordinances, looking at them, and giving them some teeth. And not the repeated, oh, I'm sorry, I'll pay the fine, I'll do it, and nothing happens. Thank you very much.
Will you please restate your name, sir?
Bob
First and
Henry.
last. Sorry, go ahead.
Bob Henry.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Henry, how long has this been going on?
Been going on for, what, about a year?
It wasn't bad till she died in December. Prior to December, he kept all of his crap out at another property outside of town. As soon as she died, he just started bringing it in by the truckloads. And he still is.
Mhm. Yeah, I have photos here.
That's around, right?
Sure. Thank you. The top photo, excuse me.
I think the answer to the gentleman's problem on the first issue, he's standing in the very spot that he should be standing to address it, but to a different person. That ordinance is an escalating ordinance. That means that it's a minor misdemeanor for the first offense, a 4th degree misdemeanor for the second offense, and that's up to the judge whether or not there's jail time involved with that.
Right. Okay, according to the code enforcement officer, okay? He is aware of the problem that he had taken, I'm not sure why, okay? He had taken the wife, cited her several times for violating complaints. I understand what you're saying about it's up to the judge, but in the photographs here, the first photo on the top left is the way it was earlier this year, okay? The other ones are the way it is now. There is a joint, a shared driveway to get back, okay? But you can see by the photo in the bottom left, the shared driveway goes down the center of that, and then you can see all the junk that's on the side, the right side, which would be 82 Broadway. Okay? There's scrap metal back there. That, you know, kids playing, we tell them, you know, don't go over there, don't go near there, but kids will be kids, and then you see something new one day, you go over there and investigate. I just feel there needs to be not just saying misdemeanor at 4th degree, and it's up to the judge for jail time or not. There ought to be some other teeth in these ordinances to stop this from happening. Any other questions?
What's your phone number, sir?
My phone number is area code 386-623-0352. My wife is the one that owns 82 Broadway, where my stepdaughter and the 4 great-granddaughters live.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This will probably come up with some committee meeting and further discuss exterior maintenance issues, or they are a challenge in every community, so we'll see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment this evening? All right, hearing none, we'll move forward to reports from standing and special committees. Finance Personnel Committee, Councilman Martin.
Mayor. Finance and Personnel Committee met. We had not met in February or March because of appropriations. So we're going to do some catch up. Everyone should have this, so I'll go through it rather speedily. As of the end of March, our income tax collections approached 1.6 million. It's definitely more for until the end of March than previous years. So we're well ahead of pace, 24% above previous years compared to the 3-year average, 35%. So pretty decent growth there, and a record month in March as well. So that's without the income tax processing and stuff like that's coming in April and subsequently. So overall, Finance Director is pleased with that, and where we're at compared to what has been given to us in projections for appropriations. If we go to the front page, the general fund, we have our cash balance as of March 31st, $1,888,651. It's down $144,000 year to date over previous years, beginning of the year, but also none of the transfers have happened from other departments and such for administrative fees, etc. So we'll see that balance out as we typically do. Sewer, water, and electric are in pretty good shape. Nothing really to approach there. The big thing we did talk about, we may have to do some transfers into, was the street fund because of salt and some paving cetera, so we have to do some transfers there, but more on that to come, I'm sure. And the hospitalization fund, they're wanting a hospitalization fund to be at, I thought I had it written down, 380,000, I believe is what they're wanting. It's currently at 335, and so we're watching that, obviously. So the amount that they're wanting the hospitalization fund, that also, in addition to our fees and all that, that also rises. So if you remember, a few years ago, it was like 250,000, now they're wanting 380 in there, so that also changes. In the city treasury, it's $15,252,822 across all the funds. And I'm not really going to get into nitty-gritty. If there are any questions, we'll answer those. But overall, we're in fairly good shape. Working through some issues accordingly. On the personnel side, Adam Turner, Police Department, we have several resignations, a couple hires. Adam Turner, Police Department resigned. Garrett Smith at the Line Department resigned. Liz Fields at the Tax Department resigned. So all didn't happen the same day, by the way. This is, yeah, we didn't meet in February, didn't meet in March, so we have cumulative, to make it sound like it's all in one day, massive upheaval at City Hall now. This is over several months time. I'm just catching everybody up. Lisa Kilgore, Director of Nursing, also resigned. We did hire Alexis Schwab as a dispatcher, and Lori Turner as a tax clerk as well. And at that point, there was a conditional offer made to Donovan Roth, lineman Class A. So that's the on the personnel side. So,
Thank you, Councilman Martin. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. Martin in regard to his report? Mr. Martin?
all right, I move that the combined financial statements and the cash investment reconciliation statements dated January 31st, February 28th, and March 31st, 2025 be received, placed on file, and posted to the city website.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Martin and a second by Mr. Roberts that the combined financial statements and the cash investment reconciliation statements dated January 31st, February 28th, and March 31st, 2025 be received, placed on file, and posted to the city website. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler?
Yay.
Mr. Martin?
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin?
Yay. Yay.
Mr. Rob?
Yay.
Mr. Roberts?
Yay.
Motion passes. At the Utilities and Streets Committee report from Councilman McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Utility and Streets Committee did meet this past Friday on April 18th. I do have a few items to update us on. The number one, the Curtis Drive Sanitary Sewer Project. The sanitary extension on Curtis Drive is approximately 560 linear feet of sanitary sewer is needed. It includes 3 precast concrete manholes. It's needed to serve an existing customer out there in the depot area. The city engineer is developing plans. Appropriations are in place to cover the project's cost, and legislation is forthcoming next month. Next item, there's a proposed outside corporation outside the city limits that need a sanitary sewer project possibly. The proposed sanitary sewer force main project involves Parcan Company, which is a 2510 Taylortown Road, and potentially seeking permission to connect to the city-owned sanitary sewer main near the Stanley Black & Decker building on 39 coming into Shelby. Their current system has failed, so the EPA is mandating a regulated waste treatment system. The company is exploring several options. The force main that we're talking about with our city, a mound septic system, or an on-site package treatment plant. The company is going to fund this project, and it would require city council and county approval. Item number 3, a request for proposal for a wastewater treatment plant dewatering project needs a funding source to financially support the project. project construction will seek a loan from the Ohio Water Development Authority Water Pollution Control Loan Fund. Collection revenues from septage receiving to pay for the loan. Now we're soliciting a request for proposal from septic haulers. Collection revenues will cover the loan. The treatment facility itself is targeting the allowance of 3 to 4 million gallons of septage annually, and our current septage receiving rate is 0.05 cents a gallon. And the last that I need to update you on is the Mickey Road water towers. As you see, it's undergoing a painting project. It's part of our 10-year maintenance program. The tower was last painted in 2017, and right now it's getting an overcoat paint before the undercoating fails. It's going to be the same colors. The water towers on Mickey and Vernon Road entered into this maintenance program back in 2016, and the program, as I said, was for 10 years. We're in year 9 at this point, so it expires next year in 2026, so we'll be talking about that next year. The program for both towers is approximately $1,135,000 over this 10-year program. That is all I have, Mayor.
Okay. Councilman McLaughlin, are there any comments or questions for Mr. McLaughlin regarding his report? Thank you very much. Look forward to reports of city officials. I do not have a full report this evening. I will say I believe May is going to be a very eventful month for us. We do have some things that we want to make sure to finalize before we unveil them, but pretty sure it's penciled in for May the 5th. I think we've talked about the demolition, the Big A auto parts, and all the buildings there at the corner of Main and Broadway. And you saw the fencing is up, and that'll be a big day for us on May the 5th to get that started. And there's some other things to be, as I said, that we roll out, but I don't want to speak prematurely. There'll be some important legislation also coming in the month of May for us. So this might just be, we're just kind of rolling into the month of May, but I think it's going to be very, very fruitful. So that's about my report this evening. Mr. Crum, do you have anything for us this evening?
Thank you, sir. Just real briefly, I want to provide my deepest thanks to not just Lori and Matt in the tax department, but everybody in City Hall. It was incredibly busy with tax collections the last couple of weeks, especially Monday and Tuesday of last week. And everybody really stepped up to help out the citizens. And thank you to all the citizens who came down and waited in line to get their tax returns filed. So that's the biggest thing. And if anybody has not filed their tax returns, please see our tax clerks as soon as possible. In other news, we did receive our property tax from the first half today. I don't have that number right off the top of my head, but so April financials should look pretty good. We'll have everything coming in, and then we'll have to make sure we don't spend it too early. So that's the majority. We are finalizing our bids for our finance software. There's 3 companies we've been looking at. We've gone through demos with all of them, and so we'll be wrapping that up shortly because we have to start implementation of that here in a few months. So that's very far aboard.
All right, thank you, Mr. Crum, our Director of Finance. Any comments or questions for Mr. Crum? Thank you. As I mentioned, Mr. Icer is not here this evening, nor is Mr. Geis here this evening, Project Coordinator. Is there any new business to be brought before council? Hearing none, move forward to unfinished business, the future use of Main Street Fire Station. I was hoping that Mr. Geis and Ms. Cribb and I could have a draft for you this evening, but nothing can be finalized today. Both of them are out of the office, so we'll try to get that to you before the next meeting as we move forward to the sale of that property. Smokestack, there's nothing new from Mr. Ennis and I's pointed vantage point here, but I did send some pictures out. I thought it's pretty cool pictures of what can be done with smokestacks. So we'll keep pecking away at that as well. Is there any other unfinished business? If not, we'll move forward to legislation. Mr. Crum.
Resolution number 10, 2025, authorizing the mayor as Director of Public Service to participate in the ODOT road salt contracts awarded in 2025 and declaring an emergency.
Move the resolution be taken up and passed.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. Martin for the passage of resolution number 10, 2025. Discussion? Everything's in order? All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob. Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Resolution number 10, 2023 passes. Then miscellaneous business to be brought before council. Mr. Martin.
Mayor and council adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Roberts and a second by Mr. McLaughlin for adjournment. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cutler.
Yay.
Mr. Martin.
Yay.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yay.
Mr. Rob. Mr. Roberts.
Yay.
Motion passes. We adjourn to 7:25. Thank you, gentlemen. Closet.
Close the door, didn't you?
Close the door. That's right, we'll just leave the tables set over that way. I guess they put away in the morning.
I'm gonna see if I can find the key.
Okay,
I don't have one, but I can see if I can find one.
okay, thank you, sir.
I think if I were you, I would find myself down here about 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning and address the judge on this issue.
Excuse me, sir?
She certainly has within her power to make.
Yeah.